1 month later with the Acer Aspire Vero 16. Apparently this is supposed to be a save the planet kind of laptop because it's made up of like 60% recycled materials or something like that. Bear save the planet, even the packaging is recycling. Anyway, recycling and save the planet aside, is this laptop actually good? Let's find out. Now, people them, let's start off with the design of the laptop. I can't lie, I kind of like this finish that it's got on it. It's like, I don't know, what do you even call it? A pebble dash? What is this finish? I don't know what they got going on here, but, you know, on the back, you got this kind of, it does look recycled. It's giving recycled, definitely giving recycled. I'm not even mad at that. I do like these accents, it's kind of like these blue accents that they've got on the rubber feet to stop it sliding around. They've also got it on, I don't know if you guys can see that here, but they've also got it on the back of the hinge as well. It kind of just looks cool. It definitely looks different. It's kind of not giving premium though. It's giving budget, which is kind of correct for the price point that they got this laptop at the first place. But in terms of design, yeah, the thinness and everything is cool. And even the weight of it feels quite cool as well. Go and check what that is in a second. But yeah, the design's not too bad. Now, in terms of ports and I/O, starting from the left-hand side, we've got Thunderbolt 4, Thunderbolt 4, HDMI 2.1, and we got USB-A 10 gigabit speeds. On the right hand side now, we got a little indicator for charging and battery, and we got a combination headphone port 3.5mm ting and microphone, USB-A also at 10 gigabit speed, and you got a Kensington lock there as well. On the back hinge, you've just got this 4 planet Earth logo, which kind of looks sick fam. On the front right corner, you got this Aspire Vero logo here. And what I really like about this, kind of like the MacBooks, I believe, you've got a little lip here, which enables you to get in there and open it up without having to squeeze your sausage fingers in between this gap. Now, speaking of the gap, let's just see how well this opens up with one finger. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. No liftature of the bottom part of the laptop. Yeah, that's a solid performance, I can't lie. Now, in terms of specs on the model I got here, we've got Intel Core Ultra 5125U for the processor. We got 16 gigabytes of RAM running at 6400 mega something a second. We've got a 1 terabyte SSD in there. These are supposed to have Wi-Fi 7, but the model I got here has Wi-Fi 6E, which is still the next best thing before, you know, we start to adopt Wi-Fi 7 routers anyway. You got Intel integrated graphics there, obviously, and you got the NPU that comes with these Intel Ultra core processors. Now, as for the screen resolution, we got an IPS thing, 16:10 aspect ratio. This one is 2K, so we got 2560 by 1600 there. And let me just go to advanced display to see what the refresh rate is. We've got 60 Hertz maximum, 48 Hertz minimum. So no high refresh rate for gaming here, but obviously this is not a gaming laptop anyway, and you've got 8-bit going on here as well. So yeah, no, not looking too bad. Not looking too bad, I can't lie. And here's just a little quick test of the built-in internal microphone and web camera on the Acer Aspire Vero 16. Not too bad. Obviously, I've got a big, massive light on top of me. If I didn't have this video light on, this is how it looks like in low light situations, with literally the laptop and this screen kind of lighting up the situation. Now, keyboard and trackpad, pretty much standard procedure. I don't really see anything exciting going on here. We do have the little, what do they call it, Copilot button here now. So I guess you can press that once and you can bring up the Copilot AI menu and all that kind of stuff in Windows. I guess that's cool. You got a little number pad squeezed in here as well in this 16-inch form factor. Something I always like to see. Typing feels alright. Typing feels alright, but it's not like mind-blowing. It just is what it is. It's good enough, it's not terrible, but it's not the best keyboard I've ever used. You've got a little fingerprint sensor in the touchpad as well, which is quite good. And the touchpad is okay. It's alright. It's pretty, again, standard procedure. I've seen better, but you know, this is passable. You can use it. I wouldn't say it's amongst one of the worst touchpads that man has ever used. Now, in terms of web browsing performance, I've not had any issues on this laptop. It's pretty much done everything I needed it to do through Chrome or Microsoft Edge, but I've just given you these benchmark scores from the Web 3.0 test, just so you can see how it looks in comparison to other PC devices. Just for comparison's sake, this score is from my desktop computer, which has like an i9 from 13th gen, 128 gigabytes of RAM, an NVIDIA RTX 4090, all that kind of stuff there in it. So yeah, just to show you how this laptop compares. All right, now the Thermark 2 Ting scored 1,144 points, mostly 19 frames per second actually on the Intel R graphics, and that's plugged out. Now I'm going to plug it in, but usually that doesn't make much of a difference on these Intel Ultra chips. Now, with the laptop plugged in and the thing set to performance mode, can't lie, we did get a slight bump in performance. Not a mad thing, but yeah, performance mode did increase the performance. Now let's get on to the real reason why I'm here, and that is how well does this thing play games. So I'll start off with something easy. We got Cult of the Lamb running on in the background there. Now Cult of the Lamb, I was getting 60 frames for some parts of the game, but then it kept going down mad fast to like 30 frames per second, which just made the whole experience choppy. I don't know if it's a thing whether we can just cap it to 30 frames per second, but sometimes it even dips lower than that. Yeah, it wasn't working. It wasn't working how I expected it to work. And like I said, Cult of the Lamb is not even a demanding game, so I'm not really having the best of hope for this little Intel integrated graphics. Now, bearing this in mind, when I turned on Fallout 4, I switched to 800p, low graphical settings, and I booted the game up. And I can't lie, we actually got a playable frame rate. But then again, Fallout 4 is a super old game. It can even run on the Steam Deck, so I had no doubt in my mind that it would easily run on this Acer Aspire Vero 16. Now, of course, I had to wheel up the original Horizon game, get some AAA gaming in there to see how it handles that. Now, at 800p, low settings, I started off with 17 frames per second. It wasn't looking good. I turned on the FSR, I got around 24 frames per second. I turned the game resolution down to 720p from 800p, and I just about got 28 to 30 seconds ish, with obviously spikes down to 21 frames per second when certain things are loading into the game. Yeah, it was a struggle. It was a struggle. Like, it was almost possible, but nah, it was stress. I can't lie. Do you know what? Whilst we're here, let me let you guys hear the speakers as well, because they're bottom firing. Also, as well as a laptop made from recycled materials, Acer also do these accessories made from recyclable materials. I don't know how much percent of it is recyclable, but yeah, this is the mouse kind of thing. It's one of them silent clicker things with a little scroll wheel, no side buttons, and nothing else flashy. Works by 2.4 gigahertz kind of thing. They've also got this little mouse mat for it as well, which has got I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. It's got something in the bottom right corner there. That's all cool as well. And you've also got this little laptop sleeve made out of recyclable materials. All got the same kind of recyclable theme going on here. And all the packaging for it has already been recycled, so I can't even show you that. But yeah, it's all green out here. You see it? Now, as for battery, we're actually doing quite well with this thing, fam, and that's not really a surprise because the processor in here is them new Intel Core Ultra things, which have been remarkably better with saving battery whilst still getting decent performance and doing all them AI things. Now, for me, I've got through well more than a day's use on this laptop, and obviously, I'm talking about maybe 8 hours screen on time if I'm just doing web browsing, I'm just doing a little bit of word processing, maybe a little Netflix here and there, maybe a little YouTube. Basically, I'm doing everything that Google Chrome has to offer, fam. Obviously, if you try to play games on this thing, not that it plays games very well, but you know, you're gonna cut into that battery time kind of thing. So yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good for a laptop this thin and with a screen this big. It's actually quite decent. But remember, it is a 2K screen, so if you're in 2K mode and you're watching some high definition video kind of thing, and you got the brightness all the way up, that's going to eat into the battery life a lot more. Anyway, end of the day, guys, what this laptop is marketed towards, it definitely does. It does all the internet browsing. It does all the productivity in terms of Microsoft Word and them kind of things there. Video editing, not so well, and also gaming, not so well, because it doesn't have those dedicated graphics to back it up. If, however, this had one of those Intel integrated Arc graphics, I think this could do remarkably better kind of thing. So I'd love to see them at least squeeze one of those into here instead of the Intel normal integrated graphics kind of thing, because them Intel graphics, they've come a long way, but they're still just not there for playing games and getting some content creator productivity out of the way kind of thing, you see me? But yeah, in terms of like watching Netflix, watching YouTube, just consuming media and obviously game streaming as well, it does pretty much well for all of those things. And if you're good with that, if you've got a good internet connection, especially with the Wi-Fi chip in here, you should be pretty much good to go to use this as a kind of netbook. But you know, obviously you've got those AI NPU in there as well to get that AI stuff if you actually use that at all. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Subscribe and like, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.